I mean, I'm not the editing guru or the editing queen by any measure of the imagination. Hello, I'm Bella, and welcome to Nerdy Bell. We are in the third week of December, so it is time for Naughtmas 2. And today, I'm hitting you up with some conspiracy theories. And, what brought this on, you may ask? Well, Naughtmas, and also, I got my alien teat sweater on. Why alien teat? It's green, and it's got baubles all the way down both sides, and it just made me think of teats, and the fact that it's green, aliens, you can put that together. So, with aliens in mind, with Naughtmas in mind, we're going to talk about conspiracy theories. So I've got two for you. And, of course, they have to do with the moon. So, first one, the moon landing was faked. Now, this is not a rare conspiracy theory. Everybody has a little bit about, oh, well, this is why it's faked, oh, da-da-da-da. But the main pieces are the fact that it's like, the United States was so far behind in the space race. Again, because Russia got a man who got into orbit, and then the United States was nowhere near, and it was freaking out. Granted, the movie Hidden Figures kind of just depicts the fact that there were so many people, especially women of color, who were working on this and weren't being like advertised as much just because of the time it was in. But a lot of people still find that entire concept a little fishy, the fact that there would be just the United States sprung so far ahead to get suddenly people on the moon when they barely were able to get anybody in orbit. So, the moon landing was faked because the United States was so far behind. And a lot of people also point out the way that the flag moves. The flag in the videos, you can see waves a little bit. In space, the flag wouldn't wave, supposedly. However, I'm going to debunk this. Just the fact that there's no wind to push the flag. But the moon does have a little bit of gravity. And there's people who in general say gravity doesn't exist, and then we're going to get into the flat earthers. But that's a whole other discussion for another time. The flag. It would move a little bit if you think about it, because it's unfurling. That's a weird word. But the fact that the flag moves or doesn't move it's just not enough for me to be like, yes, the moon landing was faked. Because so much money would have had to go into that, and so much editing technique that, like, even with today's basic minor technology, that would be extremely hard to fake. So, I mean, I'm not the editing guru or the editing queen by any measure of the imagination. However, I feel like it's a little far-fetched. Okay. And now for our second conspiracy theory. The moon does not exist. It does, but it doesn't. Because the massive theory is that the moon's not actually a rock. It's a spaceship. Well, it reverberates weird. A giant rock shouldn't reverberate. But if you supposedly, even though there's no sound in space, when you hit the moon, it reverberates. Which would mean it would be hollow. And if it's hollow, what's inside? Right? A lot of people think it is an alien spaceship that's been extremely cloned and cloaked. And that's why it always, like, when it gets hit with something really big, that something really big repels. Granted, yes, there's many craters on the moon. But nothing has been able to destroy the moon. And if aliens predate humans, which, I mean, let's be honest, it's extremely conceited to think that we're the only intelligent life in the entire universe. Who's to say that they didn't plant that there first? Granted, I like to just think about the idea of what if the Earth is one giant reality show. I think, like, Rick and Morty had an episode that kind of alluded to that a little bit, but I just like that idea. I've thought about that idea for a while. That's going into my massive, like, multiverse theory idea. So that's another conversation for another time. And, so yeah. These were really weak and unbased theories, pretty much, because essentially they are. It's kind of hard to prove that the moon doesn't exist, or the fact that it's, like, not what we think it is, because, I mean, I just feel there's a lot that could be, like, said about it, and I'm not the person to go to, like, really cover this, but at the same time, I find these theories interesting, and I like to have conversations about them. So, comment, tell me what you think, give me some of your material to go off of, and give me some of your sources on the moon and all its lovely conspiracies. And yeah, so see you next week for Naughtmas 2, and have a great week. See ya.